that they've developed at Snow and what opportunities may be out there for our students. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Roger. And I think if I stop sharing, it should allow you to start.
Awesome. First off, just wanted to say hi to everybody. I'm Roger Lamarca, and I work at Snow College. I'm the Executive Director of Innovation. And so what my job is to help build programs that meet the needs of our audiences across the state and across the country. About a year ago, we all got together at Snow College and we built what's called the Accelerated Online Program. And this Accelerated Online Program is a low-cost, very affordable option for students to be able to complete their associate's degree in however quickly they are able to. And what that means is that if the student is really capable, they can go really fast. And if they need more time, they can go really slow. It's really designed for the audience to be able to go at the speed that they would like to and finish the program either really quickly or at their own pace so that they can learn the materials and really be successful with them. So what I'd like to do today is just show you a really quick overview of it and then answer some questions. But we work with adult learning centers in Colorado. We work with them a little bit in the south of the state. And we would love to work with anybody who has students who this might be a good fit for them or who are looking for opportunities to develop themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and share here real fast and I'll show you the website. Just a second. Did that pop up? Can everybody see that? Hearing no complaints, I think that's yes. So this is the website. You can see here that this is where students can apply. It goes down and it talks about how it's affordable, mastery-based, and very flexible. And as we get down, you can see that there's a list of the different courses that we have available. And so this is a streamlined associate's degree. This is the general education certification that's needed. So we're offering English and math and political science and chemistry and biology and sociology, all in an online self-paced model. And then we offered some additional courses that meet the elective requirements for the associate's degree, things like photography and psychology and philosophy and communications and history. So those are the courses that we're offering in this program. And a student who completes these top 35 credits and 25 of these bottom credits will finish their associate's degree. And as you can see, Snow College is ranked #1 in the nation, and we're ranked #1 for transferability. Our students transfer to other institutions at a really high rate. And so that's what we want these students to be able to do, is come in and get their general education, get their associate's degrees completed, and then be able to transfer to Utah State or UVU or University of Utah, wherever they want to go to finish their bachelor's degrees from that point on. Right here, you can see this is our Snow College login page. So when students come, this is what they'll see. And when they log in, actually, let me log out real quick. I'm going to show you a student view instead of a teacher view. If you go here, and all of you can do this if you would like to, it's Student Sandbox, and the password is ABCD1234. And if you look at this website, it shows you that right here. Okay, so here's the link, here's the username, and here's the password. And anybody who wants to look at it can. And when you do, you'll log in and you'll see all of the different courses that we offer. Okay, and each of these boxes underneath these courses, it's loading here, so I'll give it just a second. There we go. Each of these boxes represents an assignment that the student needs to complete. And so it's very, very clear for a student to quickly be able to see what course they're doing, what they've done, and how much they have left. And this is a demo account, so it's kind of all over the place where people have done all sorts of things. But when they're managing their own, it will show just 2 or 3 of the classes that they're working on. It will show where they're at in those classes. And then these colors represent different things. The green means that it's completed. You can see it says completed there. The orange means that they didn't do it correctly. And what that means is that they'll need to go back and redo it. Because it's a mastery-based program, they cannot fail. If they do something incorrectly, then we give them more opportunities to do it again. And they just keep going and going until they master the information, until they master the assignment and can move on to the next one. If it's yellow, same thing. It means it was graded by somebody and returned with feedback so that they can make adjustments and changes. If it's blue, that means they've started it, but they haven't turned it in yet. So there's something that they're missing there that they need to keep doing. And then if it's gray, they just haven't ever started it at all. And so with this, we get this really simple looking box that tells everybody where they're at. And when they come in, all they do is click on next activity, and it will take them directly to the next activity that they need to do. All of the books, all of the materials, everything that they need to do is included on this website. We do not have any additional fees. So the student, let me tell you the cost. The cost is $175 a credit, and there's no additional fees on top of that. There's no application fees, there's no textbook fees, there's nothing else. So if the student's paying for tuition, there's nothing else that they need. All of their textbooks, all of their information, everything that they need to do is right here. And then once they are ready to do the assignments, they just complete the assignments, they turn them in, and then graders and mentors will reach out and help them to complete those classes. Just a different view of the same thing, but see the green boxes are over here as well. Here's the assignments showing them what they are. And so if they're coming down here and they're seeing something that's blue or green, they can go to it and they can see what needs to be done. So it's very, very clear, very simple on completing a class and being successful in these courses. So that's kind of I know that's a really fast overview, but I don't want to take your whole meeting because I know you've got a lot going on, but I'd love to answer any questions or see if there's anything that you want more information about. I'd be happy to help, but we'd love, like I said, students to come and participate in this program where it's appropriate for them.
Well, and I do want to throw in there. So this program, it fully qualifies for financial aid. And so our adult ed students, we could help them fill out the FAFSA, and then they would qualify for that financial aid if their finances fit into that range. But another great thing with this view that Roger is sharing with us, this demo account, the student can go in and actually see all of the assignments that they would be required to do for any given course. They can see, hey, okay, this is how intensive it's going to be. And so with my high school students, what we do is we tell them, you guys go in and look to see what the course involves and make sure that that's something that you feel comfortable with right now. And that's something that man, a lot of college kids can really benefit from. Well, gee, you know what? Maybe I'm not quite ready to do Math 1050 right now. Maybe I need to brush up on some skills. But you know, looking at the business management 1010, I can handle that, or communications 1010, I can handle that. So it's fantastic what they've done here.
Yeah, let me add to that. So because it's $175 a credit, it maxes out at 10, just FYI. So if they take more than 10 credits, there's no additional cost. And so all a student needs to do is qualify for half of a Pell Grant, and it will cover the entire cost of the program. And so if we're using the FAFSA and they qualify for half, then it covers everything. Another piece I wanted to mention is that so this is the associates piece of this, but we've found that in working with some of our partners, there's needs at the high school level as well. And so we have very similar courses for anybody who needs to earn a high school diploma. And so those are options available as well. The same system, same program, but it just allows a student to go earn a high school diploma if needed as well. So. But what other, I mean, I know, again, we've come through this really quickly, but what other questions or thoughts, concerns, what can I help with?
So there is a question in the chat from Luann, who I think is over the phone, or, well, maybe not, but she was just asking about transferability of credits to other colleges and universities.
Love that. So Snow College works really, really closely with all of the UC schools. So everybody in Utah, everything transfers without any issues. These courses are the exact same learning outcomes, the exact same courses that they're taking on campus. And so it's the exact same transferability of a face-to-face class from Snow College to any others. And because Snow has been working with every school in the state for the last 120 years, everything transfers pretty seamlessly. As we leave the state, we're actually really, really good there as well. We work really closely with some schools in Colorado, and everything transferred there without any issues. We work closely with schools in Idaho and California. Didn't run into any issues there either. And then, as I mentioned, Snow College was recently ranked the number one junior college in the nation for transferability. And that's just because our classes transfer at a really high rate. In addition to that, we have specifically chosen the courses that are most likely to help the student in their bachelor's degree. We've chosen the general education classes that are the most common, and for the electives, we've chosen the electives that are the most common that are needed for whatever bachelor's degree you might go into. So we've really built this for transferability and making sure that students can go wherever they need to when they're done. What else? Any other questions?
What opportunities are there for concurrent enrollment?
Yeah.
Could maybe they be
So
working with us toward their high school diploma and earning some credit towards their associates at the same time, or would they need to complete high school and transition?
So
yeah,
do you want me to answer that, Roger? Or do you want to answer?
Howell, go right ahead, because you
So-
know it maybe better than I do.
So absolutely they can. And what we've done is, President Cook and myself and Matt Bowman sat down with members from the State Office of Education, and we did a crosswalk of the courses, and I can share a graduation map that we've put together for our high school students. But basically what we did when we met was we said, okay, these courses that can be taken through this Snow College program would meet these high school requirements. And so absolutely, and that's what we use. We use these courses for our high school students as concurrent. And if we have adult ed students who would like to use them for that same purpose, we've already done the crosswalk. There's no reason to redo the work. We already know which courses match up with which high school requirements. So
yeah. So for adult students who are looking to get a high school diploma and a college degree, this works really, really well. For high school students who are looking at getting concurrent enrollment and finishing their associate's degree in high school or earning college credit in high school, also works really well. We have about, we launched this program about 9 months ago, and there's about 450 students now in the program, and almost all of them are either doing a high school diploma and an associate's degree at the same time, or just recently finished their high school diploma and are trying to get their associate's degree. So this program is built for those types of audiences for sure. It's also built for non-traditional students. I wanted to point that out as well. Students who speak another language, for example, this is a really, really great way to help them, because all of the materials are here. Everything is at their own pace. They're not going to be sitting in a classroom where things are going by them too fast and they can't keep up with it because of potential language barriers. This allows them to take their own time, really work through it and make it work. In addition to that, if the student speaks another language, we have a test that they can take where they can earn 12 credits for their language skills, which count towards their associate's degree. It works really well for students who are advanced because they want to be able to just work really fast and get things done. And it works really well for students who struggle. We've had a lot of students who struggled in the traditional environment, and then we put them in here and they're like, I love this. I know what I need to do. I know how to do it, and I just can work on it and get it done. And if I don't do it right, it's okay, because I feel like I can just do it again. And that takes a lot of that pressure off of, I've got to pass this test. I've got to learn these things. If I fail, I'm going to fail. And we've kind of eliminated that so that they can really learn and grow and develop themselves. And that's really the goal of this program overall. Any other questions or concerns or thoughts? Or
That's awesome. So within a semester, I understand that everything is self-paced, but is there a deadline that once you've registered for so many credits, you need to complete it by the end of that term, or does it roll over until the student is able to complete?
Great question. Love that. So if the student starts, let's say they start in January, we'll usually put them into 1 or 2 classes they feel. Sometimes students want more, but usually 1 or 2. They'll take those classes, and then as they start completing them, we'll just add 1 or 2 more. And as they complete those, we'll add 1 or 2 more. And then as they get towards the end of the semester, they'll already have completed 2, 4, or 6 classes. And then we kind of finish up that semester. And then if they're going to go to the next semester, we just start, we say, okay, what are your next semester classes? And we start from there. The semester breaks are a week or 2, so there's a week or 2 in between. But other than that, they just kind of finish everything up and then start some more, and they can just keep working until they finish. We have had some advanced students who have completed more than 20 credits this last semester in the 20 to 25 range. And then we've had some students who just needed more time. And so this was a really good fit for them because they could take whatever time they needed. So it's really kind of just balances out based off of the student's level and where they're at and how quickly they want to work.
And everything is 100% distance. Is there ever points where they need to come into the campus?
They never have to. In fact, we've eliminated all of the prerequisites except for English and math. And so with English and math, there's 1 or 2 little things that they might need. If they've graduated from high school, though, they will meet all of the requirements for English and math. If they haven't, then they might need to take maybe a test or an Accuplacer or an English or a math class, okay? But again, because it's mastery based, if the student is going into math and they don't, we just provide more time. The mentors will reach out and support them. The graders will reach out and help them. They'll take more time. We'll get more resources. We'll provide more one-on-one sessions with graders to help them. With our math class especially, our graders, they do schedule one-on-one meetings with students as needed to say, let me help you with this assignment. Let me show you how this works. So it becomes a really one-on-one relationship where they need it. If the student doesn't need it, then they can just work through the materials and get them done and move on. So it just depends on what their needs are. So I was going to, in the chat real fast, I'm just going to put my email and phone number. If anybody has questions, concerns, thoughts, feel free to reach out to me. If there's any students that want to participate in this program, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer questions, help where needed, do information sessions. In fact, tonight, Hal and I are doing an information session or a parent night. And we just email it to everybody and say, anybody who might be interested, come. And what we're going to do is just walk them through it and show them how it works and help them where needed. So, but I'll go ahead and do that. If there's any other questions, though, let me know, and we'll answer those before we finish here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Roger. I'm really excited about that option. I know transitioning students from adult education into post-secondary has been one of our greatest challenges. And I think some of that is that they're going from this environment with us where it's so scaffolded into kind of being, you know, little fish in a big pond. And so I think what you've created where it is so supportive of the student is a really great option for our students.
Yeah, we actually, when we built this adult learning centers, was one of the areas that we thought this might be really helpful for, because we know that non-traditional students going back to a traditional environment, sitting in classes, trying to get exams and quizzes and work full time and take care of family and all those things can be very, very challenging. And we wanted to really create a high quality Snow College program that transfers to other institutions where they could come and really finish their associate's degree quickly and affordably, take advantage of financial aid where needed, and just make it a really good fit for them. So, but pleasure working with all of you. A pleasure to meet everybody as well. Again, my email and phone number is there. Call, text, email, whatever is easiest for you. I'd love to work with you and help in any way that we can.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And As I mentioned, I'm going to just trim this portion of our meeting and post on our YouTube page so that the other program directors across the state that aren't in this specific region still have access to that presentation, and we'll push that out through our mailing lists.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. Love doing that. So awesome. All right. Well, I'll let you guys get back to everything else you're working on. But again, reach out if you need me. So
Thanks, Roger.
hey, thank you. And thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
And thank you to Hal for inviting Roger, because I think that's really the goal of these meetings, is to take these opportunities to share what's going really well in one program and what opportunities may be out there for the other programs.
Well, I've been working with Roger for, well, about that 9 months, and President Cook, and then My Tech High. The owner of My Tech High actually was one of the driving forces in helping this get up and going. So we've all kind of been in this right from the very beginning, and I can tell you, Roger and President Cook are amazing people to work with. They want to support the students. They want to give opportunities. I've had nothing but positive comments from parents and students about this program.
Very cool. Yeah, I was excited just to see, how visual it is, and that students could really monitor their own pace.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I really do. I love the piece where, like I mentioned when Roger was on, where I can sit down with the kids and I can say, look, here are all the courses, and click on this and look, and you can see every single assignment. It's going to ask you to write this paper, and it's going to ask you these are the specific things it's going to ask for, and are you ready to do that? Can you do that? And then when the students, so I've got one kid that I met with last week, that he came in and he said, man, I jumped into this and I thought I could do just high school work, and so I submitted it, and my professor sent it right back to me and said, nope, not yet. Here's the things I need you to fix. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. And, please make sure to read these instructions. And the kid resubmitted it. One thing Roger didn't talk about is, because this is competency based, when a student completes the course, the grade that goes on their transcript is an A. So these kids are going to have a 4.0 GPA in college.
Wow.
So, which then leads into other scholarship opportunities transferring to a 4-year degree. So anyway.
Very cool. All right, well, I'm going to throw my screen back up.